Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
I get so many headaches every month.
It could be chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Hello and welcome to I Talk to Ghosts. I'm your host, Jennifer, and I welcome you into my spirit parlor this evening. It's July. The air is buzzing, the evenings are long, and if you felt like your emotions have been a little too close to the surface lately, you're not imagining it. There is a lot going on up there in the sky this month. We've got a supermoon in the most sensitive of zodiac signs. We've got Mercury in retrograde, tangled up in old memories. We have a once-in-a-century planetary alignment happening when most people were trying to figure out their 4th of July plans. And we close the month with a full moon that basically demands you show up for yourself. Tonight, let's talk about astrological events to work with, small magical rituals you can easily do this month, and self-care ideas to keep yourself vibrant and full of seasonal energy. So light a candle, pour something cool, and let's talk about the magic of July. Let's start at the top of the month because honestly, July did not ease us in. Mercury retrograde in Cancer started at the very end of June, and it's going to stick around until July 23rd. And because it's happening during Cancer season, this isn't your typical my email crashed retrograde. This one lives in our feelings. Old memories are going to surface, childhood stuff, family stuff, and the instinct is going to be to spiral about it, but don't. This is a review, not a repeat. Journal about it. Talk to your dog about it. Just don't fire off that text you'll regret. Then on July 7th, Neptune retrograded in Aries. Now, Neptune retrograde only happens once a year for about 5 months though, and it's normally not a huge headline, but there's a spooky little detail. This is the first time Neptune has gone retrograde in Aries since the 1870s. And that's wild. Neptune rules illusion, dreams, intuition, the veil between worlds. Witchy folks, this is your season. When Neptune slows down like this, the fog starts to lift. Fantasies you've been telling yourself about a person, a job, a plan, those big dreams, you're going to start seeing them clearly. And a word of caution, it could sting a little, but clarity always does at first. Go ahead, this is the season to dream and have that special magical nudge to make them a reality if you so choose. And then on July 9th, Venus moves into Virgo. Venus rules love and money, and Virgo is all precision and discernment. So this is a read the fine print type of placement. In relationships, it's less about grand romantic gestures and more about, does this person actually show up for me in the small ways? Financially, it's a great stretch to get organized. Budget, declutter, review a contract before you sign it, that sort of thing. And of course, I have to mention the supermoon. This is at the heart of the month. July 14th, there is a new moon in Cancer, and it's a supermoon, meaning the moon is closer to the earth and its energy hits a little stronger than usual. This new moon is also in conjunction with that retrograde Mercury we talked about, so it's squaring Saturn. What does that mean? This is a moon about going inward. It's asking you to build a genuine, honest relationship with your own emotions instead of performing them for other people. It's a beautiful night to set an intention around home, family, emotional safety, or a project you quietly shelved earlier this year and have been meaning to pick it back up. After that, the sky shifts gears on July 18th through the 21st. We get something genuinely rare. Uranus and Pluto form a trine, an easy flowing 120-degree angle, and for the first time since 1921, around the same window, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all cluster at roughly the same degree of their signs. Astrologers are calling this stretch of the year an era-defining alignment. You don't need to fully understand the mechanics to feel it. This is a moment where big, slow, structural changes quietly click into place. Plant a metaphorical seed here. You may not see it bloom for years. Oh, but you'll remember that you planted it this month. Don't think small, think big and long term. A few other things happening in July before we move on to the self-care and the witchy rituals. July 21st, the sun moves into Leo. The sun's home sign, where it gets to be as bright and unapologetic as it wants. This is the emotional exhale after 3 weeks of watery Cancer season. Confidence returns, creativity returns. Let yourself be a little dramatic. Again, that's July 22nd. And the next day, on July 23rd, Mercury finally turns direct, back in Cancer in a smooth aspect with Venus. Communication clears up, that conversation you've been avoiding, now's a workable time to have it. Oh, and July 26th, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. July 26th, Saturn retrogrades in Aries, and the lunar nodes shift out of Pisces and Virgo and into Aquarius and Leo, kicking off a brand new 18-month chapter centered on the tension between personal expression and collective belonging. Saturn retrograde is your invitation to review your commitments and your boundaries. You can ask yourself, where have you been overextending yourself just to look responsible? Finally, we close the month with a bang. July 29th, the full moon in Aquarius, is also called the buck moon. This one is conjunct with Pluto and directly opposite both the Sun and a freshly arrived Jupiter in Leo. It's a full moon about the push and pull between your most authentic individual self and your responsibility to the people around you. Expect a realization about something you're finally ready to release, a habit, a fear, an old version of yourself. This full moon isn't going to whisper. It's going to show up and ask you to celebrate exactly who you are out loud in front of everyone. So yes, that is a lot of sky traffic for 1 month. Retrograde Mercury, retrograde Neptune, retrograde Saturn, a super new moon, a rare Uranus-Pluto trine, and a full moon finale. July 2026 is not a coast through it kind of month. It's a pay attention kind of month. Do that inner work and become the person that you yearn to be. Let's really talk about small summer rituals for July magic. Let's ground all that cosmic weather into something you can actually do. These are small, low-effort rituals, nothing that requires a full altar rebuild, just little moments of intention woven into your summer. I will include an illustrated printable on my Patreon with these rituals for those who are interested. I'll talk about that at the end of the episode. But for now, let's talk about the rituals. First, a windowsill moon water ritual for the July 14th new moon. On the night of the new moon, set a jar of water on the windowsill. It doesn't need direct moonlight. The intention matters more than that beam hitting the water perfectly. Write down one thing you quietly are ready to return to, something that you want drawn to you and be a part of you. Slip that note under the jar, and in the morning, use that moon water to wash your hands and your face before you start your day. You're literally hydrating in intention. Number 2, a porch light protection ritual. With Mercury retrograde still active early in the month and Neptune stirring up illusions, a simple doorway blessing helps. Light a white or a black candle near your front door. Trace the outline of the door frame with your finger, imagining a thin line of light sealing it. And say something simple like, "Only what serves me crosses this threshold." This takes a minute and a half. Do it once a week through the retrograde if you can. Next, how about some sun tea as a Leo season offering? Once the sun enters Leo on the 22nd, make sun tea, a jar of water and tea leaves or herbs left out in direct sunlight for a few hours. As it steeps, say a small thank you to the sun for its warmth and confidence. Drink it in the late afternoon as a little ritual of self-worth. And of course, how about a good old fire release ritual for the Aquarius full moon on the 29th? Take a fire-safe dish, a lighter, and small strips of paper, and write down the habit, fear, or old identity you're just ready to let go of. Write them down one per strip and burn them one at a time, safely, of course, outside if you can. As each one burns, say, "This served me, it doesn't anymore." It's simple, a little dramatic, yes, but we like that. It's very on brand for the Leo adjacent full moon. And finally, how about a backyard or a balcony stargazing session during July 18th through the 21st? You don't need a telescope for this one. Just go outside after dark and sit with the thought that something slow and foundational is shifting in the world right now. Maybe bring a journal, write down what you want the next 2 years to look like. You're not going to see the planets align with your naked eye, but you can still mark the moment. All of those things are wonderful to experience this month, but of course, just pick one or two if they really resonate with you. If an intention and action really call to you, that's going to be the energy you want to use. Never force yourself into doing something out of obligation. You don't need to cultivate that kind of energy into your year ahead. Speaking of energy, let's talk about self-care that matches July's energy. Because this month's astrology has a very specific emotional flavor, a generic self-care routine doesn't quite fit for it. With Mercury in retrograde in Cancer for most of the month, you're going to feel more sensitive than usual, maybe more nostalgic, maybe a little raw. So instead of fighting that, work with it. Give yourself a memory lane day. Look through old photos, call an old friend. Who are we kidding? We don't use the telephone. You can email, text, send a direct message to an old friend. If you can, revisit a place from childhood. Cancer retrograde wants this. Resisting the nostalgia just makes it feel deeper and louder. Next, self-care. Hydrate like it's your job. And I don't just mean drink water. The sign of Cancer rules the emotional body, which is ruled by the moon, which rules water. Baths, showers, swimming, even just sitting near a lake or the ocean, if you're able to, will genuinely help regulate your mood this month. Another practice to try is practice saying the honest version of your feelings out loud, even just to yourself in the mirror. That new moon on the 14th is specifically about building an honest relationship with your emotions instead of a performed one. Notice when you're about to say, "I'm fine," and if it isn't quite true. Next, set a boundary around your energy during the retrograde. With Saturn also about to retrograde on the 26th, this whole month is quietly asking you where you've been overcommitting. Try practicing one small no this month. Just one. If that feels good, try more. It's completely up to you. Okay. During that Uranus-Pluto trine window on the 18th through the 21st, don't forget to rest. Big collective shifts can make sensitive people feel unusually tired and unsettled, even if nothing bad is happening. If you feel strangely drained on those days, it's not you being dramatic. That's you being tuned in. So let yourself nap. Speaking of dramatics, when Leo season kicks off on the 22nd, do something purely because it's fun. Not productive, not self-improving, fun. Bonus points if it includes your appearance. Leo season self-care is about joy as a legitimate need. It's not about indulgence. It never is. Have fun and shine. You innately deserve that. So here's July 2026 in one breath. A retrograde season asking you to feel your feelings honestly, a rare planetary alignment quietly reshaping the next 2 years, and a final full moon that dares you to show up exactly, unapologetically, as yourself. My personal intention this month is to dream big and to not be afraid to stretch and energetically take up space. And I want to do so by leading with my heart, to reaching out to others who want the same, who want encouragement and subtle nudges, and also want to share in the energy that is the joy of being here together. Let's all shine together. I would love to hear what you're setting your intentions on. Come find me on the socials or leave a comment where you can. Tell me your July intentions. And you can tag I Talk to Ghosts in your new moon jar photos. I want to see them, and I'll be sure to post mine in the I Talk to Ghosts private Facebook group. I mentioned those downloadable printables with reminders of some of the things we talked about tonight. All of my printable offerings are available for $1 a month on my Patreon. You can visit patreon.com/italktoghosts. If this episode helped you feel a little more grounded in all this cosmic chaos, make sure to follow the podcast, leave a kind review, share it with that one friend that always texts you about Mercury being in retrograde. You know the one. Until next time, stay curious, stay a little spooky, and let July's magic do its work. Take care.